Hi guys, welcome to my channel again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we want to look at homologous series. In organic chemistry, organic compounds are grouped according to certain characteristics, and these groups are called homologous series. What is homologous series? A homologous series is a group of organic compounds which have similar structural pattern in which each successive member differs from another by a CH2 group and 14 atomic mass units. So that is homologous series. Today we want to look at some of the homologous series, their general formula, their functional group, and an example, a member of the homologous series. So we start from alkane. These are some of the homologous series listed. In this video, we are focusing on alkane, alkene, alkyne, alkanal, or you call it aldehyde, alkanones, or you call it ketone, alkanol, alkoxide, and alkanoic acid. These are the ones we will be looking at today. So alkane. What is the general formula of alkane? The general formula is CnH2n plus 2, where N means number of carbon atoms. Remember, an organic compound must contain at least a carbon atom. So this is the general formula of alkanes. Functional group. Functional group means a group of atoms or bonds common to a homologous series, which determines the chemical property of that series. So, what is the functional group of alkane? The functional group is single bond, like this. That is the functional group of all alkanes. Now, let's look at a member of alkane. Let's look at the first member, which contains one carbon atom. Looking at this formula, CnH2n plus 2. Let's look at C1, which is one carbon. H2n there means 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 2, which is 4. So CH4 is a member of alkane. It could be written as this, CH4. This is the structural formula. And the name is methane. Why meat? Remember, 1 carbon means meat. 2 means eat. 3 means prop. 4 means butte. 5 means bent. 6 hex. 7 hept. 8 oct. 9 known. And 10 dick. We have on dick and so on and so forth. But we are looking at this 10. Since this compound contains 1 carbon, the name is methane, and the ANE in alkane should end the name, methane. So this is a member of alkane. Let's go on to alkene. The general formula of alkene is CnH2n. Functional group of alkene. The functional group of alkene is double bond, which means in every alkene member, there must be at least one double bond. One double bond existing between carbon atoms. Member of alkene. Let's take, you can't say that an alkene will contain 1 carbon. No. Remember, a double bond must exist between two carbon atoms. So the first member of alkene must contain two carbon atoms, C2. H, 2N in here means 2 times 2, which is 4, C2H4. Or you represent it like this. And what's the name? Remember, 2 carbon atoms means it. So the name is ethene. ENE shows the family that the member belongs to. We go to alkyne. Alkyne, the general formula is CnH2n minus 2. That is alkyne. And the functional group for alkyne is triple bond. Triple bond. Triple bond. This way. So let's look at a member. Remember, triple bond must exist between two carbon atoms. So let's start with the smallest member of alkyne, which is C2, H what? 2 times 2, 4, minus 2, which is 2. The formula could be written as this. And guess the name? The same it for 2 carbon atoms. Ethine is the name. Y-N-E from alkyne, Y-N-E, which serves as surname. Alkanal or aldehyde. What's the general formula of alkanal or aldehyde? The general formula is RCHO. Or you write it like this, RCH. That's the general formula. Where R means the alkyl group. I mean alkyl group. An alkyl group is a group gotten from alkane, parent alkane, by loss of 1 hydrogen. So we use R to represent alkyl group. So if this is the general formula, the functional group is just general formula minus alkyl group, which is bond CHO or bond CHO in a condensed form. So that is the functional group of an aldehyde. Let's look at the first member or any member at all. To get a member is very easy. This place where you cut off the alkyl group, you can put any alkyl group there or hydrogen, since this one always the functional group contains 1 carbon already. You can easily put hydrogen there and put your functional group. Or you put any alkyl group, CH3, C2H5, so on and so forth. So let's use this member. You can write this as, okay, it could be written like this, CH2O, or you just write it this way, HCH2. What is the name? Remember, 1 carbon atom means meat. So, as if you are naming it methane, but it's not methane, you remove the last E and put Al. Remember, the homologous series is alkanal. Al should end every name of the member. Every member's name should end with Al. So the name of this is methanal. What of this? CH3CHO. What could you call it? Remember, the carbon atoms are 2 in number. So you know the name should be ethanal. We also have CH3, CH2, CHO. 1, 2, 3. Carbon atom 3. So the name should be what? Propanal. And so on and so forth. You see the reading now. So let's continue. Alkanone, or you call it ketone. The functional group for ketone, the general formula is RCO R prime. That is the general formula. This R prime is substituted alkyl group. Meanwhile, the alkanone could be formed by replacement of a hydrogen atom in alkanal by an alkyl group. So when an alkyl group substitutes hydrogen in alkanal, you get RCOR prime. So that is the general formula. So what is the functional group? The functional group is when you remove the alkyl group, you have COR prime. That is the functional group. Sometimes you can see is CO. CO is the main functional group. R prime shows the substituted alkyl group. So we continue. A member, we can use H, C, O, and put any alkyl group there. CH3. So it's a member. What do you call it? Sorry. If you use this, you find out that you have gotten alkanal and not alkanone. This R should not be there. This H should not be there. You replace this place with an alkyl group also, CH3, so that you will not end up producing something like this, CHO. So you can see that the functional group is now at the middle. This is that substituted alkyl group, and these are not the main alkyl group. So on naming this, what do we name it? How many carbon atoms? The carbon atoms are 3 in number. So you know that prop should be there. Prop. Is it propane, propine, propanal, or what? No, it's propanone. Propanone. The on there means that it is from alkanone, which is ketone. So this is propanone. The next is alkanol. The general formula for alkanol is ROH, alkanol, where R is an alkyl group. So what is the functional group? The functional group is when you remove the alkyl group, you have OH, functional group, or OH, like this. Now, remember, OH has no carbon in it, so you must introduce a carbon atom through an alkyl, any of the alkyl groups. So, to form a member, we introduce methyl group. You can introduce ethyl group, propyl group, depending on number of carbon. So, we introduce this here, then we put our OH. And you will see that this organic compound now contains one carbon atom, which is meat, right? Yeah, meat. Is it methane? No, nothing like methane anyway. Is it methane, methanol, or methanone, or methanol? Yes, it's methanol. Why the all? Because it belongs to alkanol. Alkoxide is the next. Alkoxide. Alkoxide is actually formed from alkanol. The difference is that the H in alkanol is removed. Once H is removed from alkanol, it becomes alkoxide. Or you call it alkyl oxide. You can call it alkyl oxide. Same thing. So the general formula should be RO minus RO dash. General formula RO dash filled with R prime. You see? So that is the general formula for alkoxide. Now, what is the functional group? You remove one of the alkyl groups and you have this bond O R prime or bond OR, anyone, same thing. So this is the functional group. So what do we have as a member? Let's just take CH3 O CH3. So this is a member. Remember, there is an oxygen bridge between two carbon atoms. How do we name it? The name is methoxy met for this methyl, oxy for oxygen, and methane for this methoxymethane. Finally, alkanoic acid. Alkanoic acid is RCOOH. It is just OH being attached to CO. This is alkanoic acid. A functional group is when you remove alkyl group and we have COOH. Or you can write it like this, COOH. In some textbooks, it's written like that. So remember, we can write CH3 or H because C carbon is already in the functional group. You can write HCOOH or HCOOH, the same thing. So what could be the name? One carbon atom stands for met. So is it methane? Is it methanol? Is it methanol? No, it is methanoic acid. Methanoic acid is the name. So next time we are going to continue with other homologous series, their general formula, their functional group, and examples of their members. Have a nice day. To my channel. Share this on your social media handle and like so that Facebook will recommend this lesson to other people. Thank you very much and have a nice day.